Yes, treasure. Yes. Oh, hey everyone. Welcome back to Wario Land 3. So, I'll be honest, I'm actually recording this, like, quite literally the day after the last episode. I've actually been on a bit of a streak. Now, I was actually thinking of taking a break, going back to, like, editing some of the Pokédex stuff. Truth is, though, this next set of chests, really just this entire side quest, is on the trickier side of the game. So, I kind of want to get it over with. I think that would help a lot, just to know that this very stressful section is going to be done. There's also going to be, I think, 3 different golf games that we're going to have to do. And they're going to each cost 50 coins each, so I don't have all that many tries, despite my, like, 800 coin rate, amount. So, in the last episode, we unlocked a fire extinguisher, and that affected 2 different stages. We'll start off here with the more out-of-the-way stage. Now, it might not be super obvious what the fire extinguisher did, because I kind of skipped past it. I should also mention here that for this one, for the first obstacle here, if you actually just leave this block here, you could jump over it. Kind of like this, like, vortex in the wall. We'll get back to that, actually in this episode, even. Nah, fam, that ain't it. So this one is unavoidable. We do need to use the barrel here. Actually, is it over here? Oh my god, fuck you. I can't even, like, remember where the thing is. I think it's down here. Right, so we got another frog to deal with. Now, of course, there's fire right there, so what did the fire extinguisher do if there's still fire? This one is helpful fire, so it's nice to have. I don't remember very well, but I believe that the original, like, the fire extinguisher that, like, the fire actually helped with would be right here, though I could be misremembering. This one is already kind of a tricky area. See, we got a lot of these, like, throw enemies at it blocks. There's a completely optional music note coin right here if you flatten yourself, so that's not important. Let's start by breaking some of these blocks. Get pretty close to the side so we can get all of them. Nice. I am kind of curious to get that one there, so I think if you stand right here. Yes. Nice. You gotta manipulate just how far Wario's actually willing to throw this guy. Okay. And then I think we go back and break this so we can grab the key. Very good. Getting that 1 coin. Thank you. And now, up here, we got still some more throw blocks, so I call them throw blocks as if you're throwing the blocks, kind of like in Mario World. Though I know that's not what their names are. Though I actually have no idea what the name is. Ah, there we go. So once we break these, now we got fire. And if you remember, the snakes blow fire, so we can use that to our advantage. Boom, boom. There we go. A bit of a challenge. Actually, a lot of these chests, some of the challenge is just knowing ahead of time what we're going to do. I remember in practice, when I was like actually looking over this and realized that these were some of the trickier stages, I didn't remember fully the path. I think I mostly have it committed to memory, but I might fumble in a few places. Some good water. Stay hydrated. And so we get a little crest with a diamond on it. And I believe it is just called the Diamond Crest. So there's that. Of course, that's just a random collectible. Doesn't really serve any purpose, besides just part of 100%. We also unlocked in West Crater. I believe this time, ow, the fire that it put out is up here. I think it would be right here, or like right in front of, like right here in front of the door. One of the two. I feel like I should be pointing these out ahead of time so that it's like more satisfying, I guess. But things just work out a certain way. This room is a pretty nice one. It's like just a pure platforming room. Although, pro tip, a lot of the platform can be mitigated if you duck jump. You can sort of lower the hitbox a bit. Let's see. Even this part right here, we gotta do these little, I call them hook jumps. So you gotta sort of hook your way back in. Luckily, there seems to be a bit of corner correction in this game. You might have noticed right there, Wario kind of like clips forward a little bit when he touches the corner of like under a block. Not always, but sometimes. There's like a little bit, which helps with the corner jumps or the hook jumps a little bit. That one looks like a hard jump, but you can get here by just using the dash and just falling off. I think the next set of platforms are over on this side. So one more across here. There we go. I feel like there should be more sections like this that are just platforming in its purest form. I enjoy shit like this. I even get this music coin, because that's a fun challenge, music coin. If they were all like that, I'd be a little more inclined to collect them all. If you need extra distance, yeah, don't be afraid to dash forward. Kind of funny that, this right here, when it comes to these jumps, going one way can often be very different from going the other. You'd think that because this platform is like more elevated, the one I'm gonna jump to, that it's a harder jump. But no. The way back, well, actually, I think it actually is. In some cases, depending on how things are laid out, I guess also depending on the physics of the game, the jump to the lower platform can actually be harder because of the ceiling. But either way, nothing too bad here. So luckily, we're starting out pretty strong with some of these cool platforming challenges. And we've unlocked a block. Now, this is also something that I hadn't shown back when I was doing E6. Sorry, E3, the Castle of Illusions. But on some of the higher floors, right near where the green and blue chests are, there's a bunch of gaps in the floor. I'll sort of show. I can't really show them off because they just got filled with that block. But I'll sort of address them as we go up. And sort of speed run my way up. So right here, if we go a little to the right, originally, the block that I'm standing on right now was not here, so we could not get to this door. Now you're gonna want to get to this door right away and break this guy through a bunch of blocks here. I'd actually recommend destroying as many as you can. It'll come back in a second. Anyway. I didn't even hit the switch. Boop. There we go. And so once again, the block that I'm standing on would not be here otherwise. So it should have actually been 2 blocks that we unlocked. That's besides the point. Anyway, using this owl, we're going to need to get the blue key, because, oh yeah, we're skipping the green key. The green key is actually progress, one of literally 2 items that we have left to complete the game, like, on its main path. So we're going to skip it for the time being. This is a pretty frustrating section, and you might sort of see why I kind of wanted to get some of this over with. Okay, this wasn't too bad once you get past, like, the initial section. There we go. Coin. And look, it puts us right here next to the blue chest, so we're good to go. Actually, yeah, things are happening pretty easily at this point. And I'm happy for it. We get spray paint. Actually, no, this is not spray paint. This is, I don't know, rust spray? Canned air? Something? You spray it on metal, and then it starts to rust. So I guess rust spray would be an accurate description. I don't know, is that a thing? Is rust spray things that people put on metal? Now, you might have remembered these, like, big metal girders that are in some levels, and I said don't worry about them. Well, now we're gonna worry about them. Jeez, my voice is going. Start right back up to West 6 again. This time we don't need to make as much of a trip upward and more downward. Let me see if I even remember which area I'm talking about. Oh, there it is. There's my rusted metal. Oh, and also, if you want the coin, go for it. So we got another one of these vents here. Like, not really a fan, but sort of a natural vent, I guess. Gotta clear up as much as I can of a path. We need something to throw these blocks here to get the key. And this is the beginning of the golf. So yeah, we got another one of these. We're gonna have to find a way to deal with it. And that is over here. There's our golf game. 50 coins. Let's hope for a good board. This one isn't great. Okay, that's a good first shot. Okay. Wait. Disagree. Disagree. What was that marker? It begins. I believe all of the same, like, golf boards are accounted for. Like, the game doesn't give you more golf boards. They just give you the same ones over and over again. Maybe there. Yep, okay, well that's not gonna work. Did I fuck up? Oh yeah, I know I can't win now. So you can press select and then A to just quit. Oh, it's the same fucking board! Oh my god. Alright, well... No, you asshole! Can you, like, respawn? Yes. Wait, actually, right at the edge there. That could be advantageous. Nope. Of course it wouldn't be. Falls right in the hole. I'm telling you, man. This is gonna be... Oh, the easy board. I can get this in one. That's fine. That's fine. Par is 3. What the fuck? Alright. Spent 150 coins on one golf game. That does not bode well. So, to get that key... Let's also break these. I think we have to fall down here. There we go. Gotta make a little pass around here. Can't go through the wall. I wish. Oh. There we go. Now, the blue chest is all the way below me, so how are we going to deal with that? We need to be heavy enough. See a good route for this. We can fall down here. Is this really the closest guy? Well, it works. There we go. And we get the Spade Crest. So, yet another card game themed crest. The diamond, now the spade. And you could probably expect we're going to find the other two eventually. Although it will be a little while later. What else did the metal spray unlock? Oh, there's something in S4. So going in here. You know, it's so cathartic. We don't have to deal with these annoying water hands. You can just go right through. It might look a little awkward, so I apologize if the screen's a little shaky, you know, going like... We don't need that, but we're kind of forced into it. Anyway, we got a chest we need to get to. In fact, the key is also right there. So we have a whole journey just to get to that key, and then the chest is right next to it. These unlit torches might give you some memories of another level. And that is, in fact, exactly what we need to do. So there's this torch up here, and the two down here. Let's do it. You have to do, like, a very slight jump at the very end of the path here. Just, like, jump. Oh! I ran out. Yeah, you definitely want to get the top one first, because then you can just kind of stay in the bottom here. Okay. not bad. Okay, very good. You just gotta really, I hope that didn't reset things. Please tell me that did not reset things. Okay, the torches are unlit. Is the block still there? The block is not there. Okay, we are good. Thank you, sir. May I have another? So, another minigame clear. Although you may be wondering, how the hell did we get down here? Oh, just like that. Okay. Who likes golf? I don't even remember this one very well. Okay. This is gonna be a tricky one. Oh, come on. You can't even just get little out? Oh my god, okay. Well, that wasn't helpful. More golf! See, a lot of the reason why I was thinking about just, you know... Oh my god. A lot of the reason I was just, like, worried about this is because what if I just run out of money and I can't finish my golf? Okay, wait, this is actually in a good spot. Okay, wait. I gotta get that, like, left blue. Nope. Nope. It's so tight. Oh, this is just like a straight shot for the most part? Okay. This is doable. What's a good play here? Middle power? See, I don't know if, like, a tiny boost is enough. I'm gonna go for the second one. Oh! Jesus. He likes golf! Oh, jeez. Okay. Thank you, game. So, yeah, I do not want to have to just grind a shitload of coins. Now, I think that there might be very few, if any, golf games after this episode. Literally the last episode, I'm just going to deal with the two, like, plot-relevant items. Okay, yeah. This one's a bit tricky, because you gotta jump on the platform sort of early to avoid the fire. So now we're kind of uncontrollable. At least, despite the annoyance of getting there, it's not too bad to retry. It's just a little bit of a gauntlet. So jump right here. Yep. Now we can roll under. Alright, we're good. And hooray, a music note coin. Oh, you didn't even need to roll. Well, oh, actually you did. There's 2 blocks. Okay, well. Well, anyway. We're just gonna have to get a little lucky. And we get the blue test tube. So we got a red chemical before. Now we get a blue chemical. And what that's gonna do is fucking destroy the ground under a 5-ton block, apparently. Not the most obvious use for it, but it's not like you need to guess. The game just does it for you. So it can be as obtuse as it wants to be. I believe the final use for the metal spray is up here. Now this is the one I definitely mentioned when we saw it. Ah. I'm glad I reacted to that. And that is up here. This one's actually below us. Same idea, though. Ah. This room. A little difficult to work with. So, I gotta deal with the spawn radius of enemies to even, like, work with this. But we need to repeatedly jump on enemies and set them up so that we can sort of chain jumps off of them. There we go. Now, I believe there's, like, a music coin higher up here. Like, you can sort of... You can, like, go further. I think past here. Oh, actually, this might be where the key is. Okay. That was stupid of me. And also, there are blocks right there anyway. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is actually one of the things I said was particularly tricky. Also, that guy's just annoying, too. Oh, one of the guys just oh, no, they just overlapped. Don't worry about it. I don't want to pick him up while the other guy's there. There we go. It's very cramped. Okay, I think we got it. Yet again. Alright, let's check this part out first. Okay, I think we need to get flattened here. So, we do need to get flattened, but not yet. We need to get to the very top of this area. Kind of interesting that these guys... So, you can't, like, do a higher jump up here. Oh, did I fuck myself? I think I did. Oh, that's funny. Oh, never mind, he's back. So if you sort of bump this guy out, you can actually just stand on the block. Which is pretty nice. Pretty cool use of these guys, too, just as platforming items. I really like the creativity and just, like, what they can do with these obstacles in the game. Here, I guess we have an unavoidable music coin. And remember, we can hold up to jump higher as little form as well. I believe we want to... Yep, there we go. Oh, and this was all for the chest. So, oopsie. We gotta make a second round of this later. We'll start with that. Here we go. Ah. I believe this is optional. That being said, it is one of the more difficult challenges in the entire game, so I'm almost compelled to at least attempt it. Nope, don't go up there yet. Ah. There we go. Despite the fact that was entirely optional, I'm proud of myself. Very proud of myself for that. I'm trying to find the key. Do we even have the key? We do have the key the whole time, and I just didn't know. I just forgot. This could have all been avoided, but at least we got some good baller shit. Speaking of this, the episode is going to end with some cool baller shit. So don't you fret, I suppose. So we're going all the way back in here. I'll be back in a second. See, I knew this episode would be a little all over the place if I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing. And here we are. And so what do we get? We get some scissors. Another pretty basic human item, I suppose. You might have remembered there was a balloon in S6 right at the beginning of the stage. I also don't know how the fuck those scissors cut that. That was a chain. That wasn't just like a string. Well, anyway, I guess it was just right above there. You could see the remnants of the chain. I think it's really cool that there's like these like little details here where it's just like, oh, that's the end of the chain that was like cut, and it just stays there. They had to make a separate block just to show that, which I think is really cool. Now, you might have seen this golf door at the very beginning of the stage for a little while, and you might be wondering, why hadn't I gone in there? Like, don't we need to do golf? You actually have to wait for the green chest, which is kind of a dick move, because the golf game resets after you, like, leave the level. So if you aren't set to get the green chest, then you could have just wasted money for no reason. But anyway, green's for golf. I don't even know what this stage looks like. Oh, don't put me right there. That's rough. I mean, that is the rough. I'm sorry. I gotta quit. Who likes golf, huh? Yeah, luckily this is the last one of the video, I think. No, don't. I'm not happy with you. Actually, I don't care. I think we need to do the second power here. Nope. We needed more. Basically just take it from the top. Same friggin' thing, I guess. Oh, we're a little lower then. Okay. I think we need the third power then. Yes! Okay. Okay, I was worried that we would have to be, like, spending more hours collecting coins and dealing with this. If worse came to worse, I would just soft reset the game. But look at that, our coins dropped all the way down to 360 from, like, over 800. That's not great. I mean, if there's more golf to do. I don't think golf gets more expensive than 50, but hey, I could be misremembering. Actually, I'd be Mr. Remembering. Did you know? Actually, if you want a deep cut, I have used they, them pronouns, so I would be... There really is no, like... Well, I think there is, it's like MX, but it's, like, very obscure. As, like, a title, rather than Mr. or Mrs. It's, like, a gender-neutral one. MX. Misker? I don't know. Anyway, here we go. So you can see the balloons making us access to this door right here. So, luckily with the minigame clear, we can just access the chest right when we need to. Now, it's gonna be a little... Wow, that is, you just put me in an impossible scenario right there. Alright. What? Okay, there we go. It interrupted the curing, animation, which is really funny. So we're gonna actually want to be a zombie on this side. Oh, actually, I could have just done that. I could have just jumped over. Whatever. And it's not just to get past these birds. We actually need to drop down some platforms here. Now, there are some platforms over here, but that light would cure us. And we still need this form. Pretty cathartic that we could just plow through these birds. It just takes a little while. And this is why we need the power-up. I believe we should cure ourselves right here. Don't go back up. Deal with these birds. They are just annoying, but if you go slowly and duck, then it should be okay. And there's our key. So, it's entirely possible that that was the last golf game in the game. It very well could not be, though. And, I kind of hope it is, but if that is the case, then goodbye golf. You probably won't be missed. And you know what's funny? We've only gotten 6 chests now in this video, and we're already at the 37-minute mark. I was really dreading this level. But luckily we, wait, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is the 7th chest. I have notes. And so we've just unlocked yet another vent in the East Crater. Now I gotta remember which room that's in. Don't forget. I'm with you in the dark. No, don't forget, you can just skip this one. You cannot skip this one, though. I don't know what just happened there. I do know what happened there. I think it's over here. Yep, there we go. We got a pretty tight section right here. Gotta go back and forth. Though there is a little bit of cheese if, I mean, not really cheese, I guess. It is an intended mechanic. You can stall just by falling out of the side of this. So it's not like you have to keep yourself, it's not like a tightrope opera. You gotta keep yourself right here, like in the very edge. There's ways to make it a little easier and mitigate it. This is a pretty interesting section, actually. I quite like it. It will take a little while, but it's pretty cool. So, we got these vents we can't do much about. Right here, if you duck and fall, head left, or right, god damn it. Okay, so that is actually good for us, because we need this. For whatever reason, bats are just immune to vents. I wonder if you knew this. Like, this is just a very well-known science fact. We can grab the key like that. So, unfortunately, all the light that cures the bat form is all the way up here, and the chest is all the way at the bottom. So we need to avoid all the bats on the way down to the chest. We can't just cheese it by, like, turning into bat form and then just going right there. I believe if we go from the bottom here... Yep, So when it's on the bottom, same thing here. There we go. I believe you can wait for this guy to be at the bottom as well. The top? Okay, when that guy's at the top, you go. You just make it to the edge there and get out of the vent. And there we go. I like that. That's a pretty cool challenge. It's like a timing challenge. And with that, we get goggles. Apparently they're like night vision goggles. With a weirdly long cutscene of Wario just scanning the place. Although it is pretty cool to actually see his face rather than just his hand in these cutscenes. And we get some redness to illuminate the dark area. I guess with the goggles. Are night vision goggles typically red? I actually don't know. Maybe they like scan infrared light or something. I don't know. We're gonna have to say goodbye to the really funny level where we dig through shit. Because, that unlocked this area here. If you remember, there was a particularly dark room over here. Well, now that everything's illuminated enough, there's a door. Now, I don't think that this door exists while it was dark. Even if I could, get up here at the time, like if I went and got the Hermes shoes and came back, I don't think this door would exist. Which I actually can't confirm, because I very rarely... I could probably go back after the episode's done and, like, check it out. I have a file for, like, each of the different, like, progress markers at the end of every video, so it won't take too long to get back. And you can sort of get around these guys. Now, this laser here, if you touch it, it sort of, like, knocks you back like a typical, like, you know, getting hit by, like, a spiked enemy or something. Now pay very close attention to the ground just below me. It's a bit of a tricky section. We got one more tight jump. And try to get to the left of this platform as possible. Make a big jump over. Here we go. And I think that's it. Get this coin on the way down, because why not? And there we go. So luckily the rest of the levels aren't, you know, taking too long. Although that's maybe gonna change a little bit. We now have a gong. I believe it's called the Full Moon Gong or something. Also, that did not really sound like a gong. That just sounds like an explosion of some kind. But, I don't know. What can you do with a Game Boy Color sound chip? I still think you could probably do better than that, but I don't know. I don't want to intrude. So I just realized the lights in the houses there are overlapping with the arrows on the N2 marker. That's kind of funny. Never really thought about that, or realized it. So, you're going to want to make sure to come into this area at night. Luckily, we don't have to deal with that golf minigame, so we're good with that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to climb basically all the way back up to where the green chest was. So, high up in the clouds. Very hard to, like, skip a cycle here. Alright. Now here's a pretty tight jump. I think there's a ceiling, surprisingly. Nope, there isn't. Okay, never mind. Gonna go quickly. And, here's a very mean key. So, yeah. This place only opens up at night, which is already kind of a dick move. But on top of that, You gotta fall down for this key. Luckily, it's not too far, but that key just seems unnecessarily mean. Ugh. Alright. Even the fact that that platform with the door is on a cycle, kind of annoying. Let me see. Oh yes, we definitely need that rock. A plus is that this entire level, including the, I guess the moon temple here, is visually really cool. And has some nice music, too. This also is a pretty nice, not really puzzle, but just platform challenge. Right away, we gotta duck jump and hit the bird to get high enough. These platforms are like donut platforms from Mario World, or whatever, that fall. Now, there is some cheese that you can do by, like, hitting yourself through the spikes, but this time they kind of thought ahead here, because they have those, the purple blocks that you gotta break by bashing into it. Yeah, it might actually be easier to, hit those blocks from the platform beforehand, not the one right next to it. The jump can be kind of tight. And we get a pickaxe. And what do we do with this pickaxe? Do we mine for gold? No, we're actually going to mine for that vortex in E6. Which I guess is pretty cool. I mean, discovering like an entire like wormhole or whatever, like in the world, I guess that's kind of cool too. Like, you know, people like their gold and diamonds and shit. But, you know what? We'll live. We'll live with a little interdimensional exploration. Keep forgetting to break that block right there. There we go. So if you touch it, If you touch, okay, you gotta like high jump into it. Jeez. This is the last section I'm gonna do for the side quest here, because this is where it ends. We get to do the most baller shit in the entire game. So if I grab this and I try to just walk under here, you see it's just a little too small, like, or a little too short. I can't get through. Obviously, I can't jump over that. Not high enough. So what do we have to do? We have to throw it over, and then catch it again. And then just hope we don't get hit by this guy. So, yeah, some fucking baller shit. A one-person game of catch. Get this guy out of the way. Takes a little bit of practice. Once you got it, just brush up against the wall and run. It's not particularly hard to do once you do that. Like here, I'm going to do a high jump and brush up against the wall. Throw it. I'm throwing it up, by the way. Like, I'm holding up as I'm throwing. And then just run right. It looks cool as hell. You can't convince me otherwise. We're going to have to quickly... Oh, I should get the key. And we have one more... baller challenge. Get ourselves up here. I think the bottom is just a music coin note, yeah. A music note coin, god damn it. I think I've called them so many different things over the course of this. I just can't be bothered to, like, learn what their name is. And with that, we get, something? I just have it in my notes that it's a yellow figure. But I genuinely have no idea what this is. It looks like a pot of some kind? I don't know, man. And with that, though, there's nothing else here. I mean, we've completed the Yellow Eyes side quest, so banner up, and there we go. We've got some of the more tricky and annoying levels out of the way. So, yeah, I'm honestly glad to have just been finished that. I definitely want to see if that door is still there before the infrared goggles. But whatever the case is, in the next episode, we're going to be completing a few stray chests here and there. I hesitate to call it a side quest. We're going to see what the red and blue chemicals have done and how we can get those treasures there. But we're going to go into our last side quest. And it'll be exciting. We're almost at the end of the game. We almost got everything. Currently I have 88 treasures. And that's pretty exciting, man. So, thank you guys for watching.